Okay, gents. So, um, I'm here tonight on the cusp of, I think today's the 16th of July. So we have about a month and a half to go until we have to get to the draft. So I wanted to reach out. I think I have audio tonight. I tried to share with you guys before that I'm starting to do some motivational podcasts and some videos for a group that I'm running on the side. So that's what this microphone. So just wanted to catch you guys up. If I'm doing videos, it might be up here in this little office and just kind of getting caught up that way. So, and as a champion of fantasy football, I can do what I want in fantasy football. Now, if I'm in last, I just owe everyone beers, much like Jeff Brown. So there's two things I want to cover tonight. So I'm going to put a deadline date of today's the 16th of July, and I'm just going to make this call known because that's what I can do. Is we're going to make it, if tomorrow's the 17th, we're going to make the due date for all of your keepers to be July 24th. 7/24 is the due date. I'll send out a calendar appointment also in the Facebook page to be able to get everybody to have a reminder that the 24th of July is your keeper. You have to submit your keeper. Now, one of the questions that came in from Frank was, can we take the keeper and drop the keeper if they get hurt or injured? You could still, if they get hurt or injured before our draft on the last weekend of August, you can drop the keeper and do whatever it takes on that one. So I think that wouldn't be any kind of issue or any kind of problem. So, and then you would just get your pick back. Okay. So again, the rules are first two rounds that you drafted last year. And I think I posted a couple places to be able to know where to go to see exactly what you drafted last year. So that'll help with, for you to be able to see exactly who you drafted, and that way you can make your picks accordingly. If anything, I know I've got probably about half of everybody in the league has submitted who their keeper is going to be and put that in already. But if you haven't, do it now. Okay, so 24th July, that's it. After the 24th, I'm just going to make the call that if you don't get those keepers in, you have to get them in, because I'm going to be filling out the draft board, laying everything out, making sure we're good to go. Now, this year, we are going to be having two people that are not going to be making it to the draft. I'm hoping that Scotty, Sexy Sandwich, the longest veteran here outside of me, will be able to make it. But he's got some moving going on, some time constraints going on where they're moving his house down in Rhode Island. But hopefully he can still make it up for the draft to be able to do it live. And Chris is going to be at a wedding, but he's going to be on the interwebs to be able to do so. So he might be working through Jonathan to be able to get his picks in, and Jonathan's going to be his right-hand man, I think. So that's what I was told. We normally don't make exceptions to the rule anymore because the live draft is a prerequisite of us doing really great things. And I think that it really helped the league last year because everybody was there. And we want to do that moving forward. So I talked to my VP last night. Will and I sat down, had a couple beers, and we were just discussing some of the things with the league. And that was one of the things that we discussed, that next year, we're making exception to the rule this year. Next year, if you can't make it to the live draft, if it's a destination live or if it's at someone's house or whatever we're going to do live next year, then you can't be in the league. So you got to be there live. So I couldn't say no to Scotty, who's been a member of Pigskin Fanatics for 13 years, long term, and always made his way all the way up. Always traveled the furthest distance to come up for a draft. So this year we made the exception to the rule, and Chris, we're there to help you out too. So keep that in your mind to know, because I got the date of the draft out way early. And I got the destination out way early enough for people to plan. But next year, if you cannot make it, just nix it in the calendar to say, okay, I can't be in this league because I can't be there for the live. So that's going to be our decision for next year, not this year, but next year. Okay. Okay. So that's one of the things on the agenda to cover. So I'm trying to think of one of the other things. Oh, and also for next year's draft, we wanted to propose again another one of those. We talked about doing a destination, maybe Foxwood or somewhere to get away for the weekend, do some gambling, blah blah blah, come up to do the draft or anything like that. So that's also something we can put on the table for the league itself to vote on and kind of cover and go over with each other to be able to see what kind of feedback we can get from that, because it was something that we had talked about and some people were really jazzed about it and other people were like, yeah, no, that's I'm not doing that shit. So it is what it is. So okay. So that will be something that we'll bring up at the draft while we're all there to be able to discuss to see if that would be something that everybody would be interested in. Okay. One of the other questions I think that came up, let me just check real quick. I got my old computer here and I just want to make sure that we're good to go. I'm hoping that everybody's off season has been great. I'm hoping you guys have been doing a little bit of studying and getting things moving in the right direction. But I talked to VP last night and he said that he really hasn't done too much investigating. I know, Aaron, you had shared with me when you dropped the check off over at the house that you'd already run a bunch of mock drafts already. So awesome for you because you're ahead of the game on a lot of people. So speaking of payments, I sent out a list of who's paid and who hasn't. So if you have not paid, get your payments in because we need to make sure that we take care of that payments to be able to put it all together, make sure that we take care of it, make sure that we do it, get the money in, get it all locked down, because I do not want to have to bounce somebody out of the league for the fact that you didn't make your payment. And I don't think we're in jeopardy of anybody because most has reached out, but just understand that the payment has to be in by, and yeah, let's make a date on that too. Let's do that. So the payments, let's make them the 1st of August for payment to be in, okay? August 1st, because what that'll do is that'll give me a little bit of time to be able to, if you are not in the league or if you have not got your payment in by the 1st or have reached out to me to tell me why and when I should expect it, then I'll be kicking you out and getting somebody else in. We have 4 people right now that want to get into this league that are pretty anxiously waiting for the last couple years. But we've had some good managers, but I just want to make sure that we all know that we are going to be, that's what we're going to do. And you got to get the money in. So I'm just typing this in real quick. Let's see here. I'm looking at, I think it was the GroupMe page or maybe it was the Facebook page that a question had come up, I thought, from Troy about something to do with the league. So let's go to Pigskin Fanatics real quick. And I know I'm on the fly right now and I'm kind of walking through everything. Oh, trading draft picks. That was the other question that came up. And my VP and I talked about it last night. So here's the stipulation with trading draft picks. If you want to trade your draft pick, go ahead. What you have to do to trade your draft pick is you have to submit it to the board of me and the VP. Because I'm not going to have anybody trading a number 1 pick for a second, 2/3, and a 4th. Okay, it's not feasible. We've never allowed it before, but if anybody's interested in doing a trade for a draft pick, and we feel that it's in alignment to the spirit of the league and where we're at with it, if we feel that it's not too out of whack, we'll make the judgment call on that, and we will then say yay or nay to that draft. I don't see us saying nay. I just don't, because I don't think you guys are going to be ridiculous about it. But if people are interested in making that trade to be able to do so for draft picks or drafting up for something and then maybe one other pick or something like that, by all means, submit it to us. All draft pick trades need to be in by a certain date. Also, if our draft is at the end of August, let's also make that date August 1st as well. Okay, so August 1st is the date of, let's see, 8/1 is the date of payments due. I'm writing these down so I can send you guys a calendar appointment because I know how slacking you guys are about everything. So let's do this. So payments on 8/1, and then trading of picks on 8/1, and then 7/24, the 24th, would be your keepers. Keepers submitted. Okay. So those are the two things that I think that we can that I needed to go over with you guys to be able to make sure we get that information out to everybody. Remember, the venue is changed for the draft itself. It's not going to be at my house. It's going to be at the VP's house in Westbrook. So I just want to make sure that you guys are just aware of that. I put that on the calendar to be able to make sure that that's done for you guys to be aware of that. I'm also going to post this video to our GroupMe. And I'll also post the YouTube link to texting. So look out for that also as well to be able to make sure we can cover everything. So I just want to make sure, just as I look at the page to see if there's any other items that came up. Let's see. Okay, I got a bunch of people that had submitted who their keeps were. Keepers. There we go. Okay. And I think we're good to go. So and I do apologize for the fact that there was no volume on the last draft order video that we had. So, but you know, it is what it is. I wanted to keep you guys on your toes, keep you guys thinking that that you might have been going crazy. I should have dubbed my son doing, "Hey guys, what's going on?" or whatever in the background. So that would have been kind of cool. But all right, guys. So we're up for a good season coming up. We're up for some pretty exciting times coming up. We're gonna have a great season. Just make sure we take care of all of the laundry before the season starts. I am going to be getting t-shirts made again this year. You guys, if you have not posted your sizes, I need you to do that on the Facebook page as well. So the size of t-shirt that you are, or what I might do is I might just have to go to last year's size. And if you guys have gotten fat over the last year, or you've lost a lot of weight over the last year, the shirt's either going to look really, really small on you, or it's going to look really, really big on you. So your choice. So, yeah, I think that's it for now. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody coming down to the main area, or the southern main area. And then Scotty, we'll keep in contact to see if you can make it up. And Chris will make sure that you're taken care of too. So have a great night, everybody. We'll talk soon. I may post a video in between now and then if something comes up or something arises as you guys are spitting questions or saying whatever. So have a good night. See ya.